It's so hard and complicated when you're familiar with the situation, when you see every day people tears, when people don't have the place to live, when they don't know how to survive, I mean.
Liliana Masnitska, she left Ukraine after the Russians invaded Crimea in 2014. She got out with her children, but not much else.
That's why I probably work now with refugees, because I know how hard to get some paperwork, how to get medical insurance, how to apply for your work authorization.
A lot of things that we have to do, such as Social Security office, driver's license that we have to help them get. It takes time, and we're working to, overcome these barriers and these bureaucratic stops to understand this all new for everybody.
Like when you move to new house and you don't have like furniture, you don't have food, you don't have nothing.
Just calm them down, it will come, we will help, and just help translate and help them get acclimated to the customs.
In Metro Detroit, Masnitska says Samaritas has more than 600 case files for Ukrainians resettling here after the more recent Russian attacks. The Manoogian school in Southfield has been taking in a lot of refugee students.
The first group of students who landed here, it was a heartbreaking story, of course.
The AGBU Alex and Marie Manoogian School, a K-12, started in 1969.
We were a private Armenian school up until 27 years ago, when the school was transformed to a charter school, which opened its doors to the community at large.
Some of that community at large, Ukrainians. Ukrainian students have been here for some time, but the thinking was, why not recruit some more?
We knew we had a pocket of Ukrainian students, and from a marketing perspective, this is last February.
The school targeted the east side, Hamtramck, Warren, where many Ukrainian families live. But then,
Russia has launched a large-scale military attack on a number of Ukrainian cities.
By March, a surge of Ukrainian students, not from the east side, but Ukraine itself. More than 100 new arrivals, part of a total student body of 450. The school's at capacity.
They like to go fishing.
We have faculty member, our senior ESL teacher, who is well known in the Ukrainian community. She became the first point of contact.
English, they all know that without English they cannot function here. So that's the main goal. And yes, we are trying, we are doing our best. It goes, I think it's pretty good. An adverb means adding to the verb, right?
The school's added 3 more ESL teachers.
Our hearts go out to the Ukrainian situation right now. Any war, Armenians have experienced war for centuries.
And if there's anybody that would throw their doors wide open to these students because of our history, it's going to be this school.
History, Armenians migrated to Ukraine centuries ago. Early last century, the Armenian genocide, the mass starvation of Ukrainians a decade and a half later, more recently new bloodshed, the 2020 war involving Azerbaijan and the majority Armenian Republic of Artsakh.
It correlates the Armenian experience with Artsakh, yes. So they can relate to it with our history, and the teachers do talk about it, the Armenian teachers do talk about it, as well as the classroom teachers.
Today, Ruslan Kucherepa worries about his cousin in the war zone.
People die there, and he's still alive now, but it is harder here in Donetsk.
Are you keeping in contact?
My grandmother and grandpa try to keep contact.
My grandma is in Ukraine. I trying to call her every day if I have a chance, and she thinks that in Ternopil, it's like west part of Ukraine, everything is good, but there are a lot of sirens, and planes. Yeah, it's really hard for me because I love her so much, and yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to communicate with them every day so they feel like that with them. So.
Because we are small, we are capable of talking and making sure that their mental stability, talking to parents, sometimes asking questions, and if we feel and notice something is not. Because a lot of these fathers are still in Ukraine. And moms are here. Some families have been split, and the kids go through awful times.
Now, we don't know if these students will stay here forever, for a few years, a few months. We don't know. But honestly, we don't care. We will do our best to accommodate them under the circumstances that we're in right now.
The generation of our kids, it's our Ukrainian future. I mean, it's like the new generation of our country. How we call in Ukrainian, it's our new flowers.
Try to say in English, Ilya?
But I understand that better they stay in warm house, better they have what to eat. They gonna be know good English when they come back to Ukraine. It's like a huge opportunity for refugee kids, but it's like a huge obstacles for their parents, because I was like the same shoes and I know how it's complicated.